Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll be walking you through some of the new features which I added to the tool after making my last video, as well as fix and answer for some of the common issues which most of you are facing. Okay. And as part of this video, I will not be covering the installation part of the tool. So I have made a separate video on that. So the link for that video, I'll leave it in the comment section and I'll pin it. So you can view that video if you haven't installed the tool yet. So now let's get started with covering some of the issues which most of you are facing. So first thing is people are saying when I try to search from the auto buyer, nothing happens. So here also I'm not getting any logs. So the reason for this is you don't have access to the transfer market yet. Okay. So to confirm that, what you can do is you can go to this transfers tab and see if you have access to the transfer market. So if you don't have access to the transfer market, the auto buyer won't work. Okay, because the API won't be giving response to this user if he doesn't have access to the transfer market from the web app. So first you have to complete some games. So you can you can read it here. So as it says, your account is not earned access to the transfer market on the web app or companion apps. So you have to play some games, then only this auto buyer also will start working as soon when you have access to the transfer market. Okay. So now let us take a look on the second issue. So the second issue which most of you faced is whenever you try to buy a card using this tool, you are getting buy failed and you are not exactly sure why that buy has failed. Okay. So now I have added a error message saying why that particular buy request has failed. Okay. So let me show it to you. So this I will keep it as common. Max price I will keep it as 300, 350. Bid price also I will keep it as 350. Wait time I'll give it as 1 or 2. Okay, 1 to 2. And max request I will give 5. Okay. So these are the two fields which I added now. So I will walk you through in few minutes. So now let us take a look on the bid field issue. Okay. So if you take a look at this particular bit, right? So here this bit has failed because some other user has won or bought the card. Okay, and so whenever a bit fails, right? Now you will be getting a particular message on why it has failed. So this got rejected from the server because we were sending too many requests. Okay, so that is the reason this bit got failed. So this someone else has won. So now whenever you gets a bit failed, right, you will get the error description as well. So it will be easy for you to find uh, why this particular bit has failed. Okay. And one more thing which I fixed in the tool was there was some issue because of which snapping cards were not working properly. So in version 1.0.4, so that also I have fixed it. So now let me walk you through these two new fields which I have added. Okay. So this stop after is if you want the bot to automatically stop after say 1 hour or 2 hours or maybe some minutes or seconds, then you can use this field. So this might be useful in a case where you're going to sleep, but you wanted the bot to be automatically stopped after 2 hours or 3 hours. Then you can give 2h here. So the default value is 1 hour. Okay. So for demo purpose, I will keep 10 seconds and show you. So for you can use S for seconds, M for minutes, and H for hours. Okay. So now if I start the tool, it will automatically stop after 10 seconds. So if you see the bot automatically stopped. Okay. So it won't bid or sell any players going forward. And this concurrent search request is by default we will always send one request at a time. Okay, and if you are sniping for some very rare cards and if you are not able to get that card, you can use this concurrent search request. Okay, so the max value you can set is 4. So it will send simultaneously 4 search requests and try to bid on all the 4 responses simultaneously. So the chances of you getting that card increases. But since you are sending more parallel requests, there are chances you can get banned. So whenever you are running the tool for only few seconds, like whenever you are trying to snipe a card, mostly you will run it for like 5 or 10 seconds, right? During those cases, you can give concurrent search request greater than 1. So the default value will be 1. Okay, and I don't recommend using this to greater than 1 very often, as your account might get soft banned from bidding on the transfer market. But you are trying to find some rare card and you are not able to bid on that, only those cases you can make use of this field, or else you can leave it as default just to be safe. Okay, so these are the new features which I added to the tool. Okay, and if you see, there are few more enhancements coming up. So if you go to my GitHub page, so these are the new enhancements which is coming up. So whatever I have marked it as enhancement, those things I am currently working on. So these two got opened today only, so I haven't started on it, but these two I have almost completed and I am testing on it. Okay, so if you face any issue, or if you think a particular feature might be good in this tool, you can either create an issue in my GitHub repository, or you can leave that in the comment section. I will try to reply as soon as possible. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day.